So, a skills audit assessing my strengths and weaknesses in relation to career in performing arts and my own aspirations and goals. Okay, so in terms of things and experience and skills that I have already, I've been involved in a lot of amateur theatre. So, I joined an amateur dramatic company, have done a lot of acting work, a lot of stage work, including plays, award-winning plays, also plays that have been performed at the Brighton Fringe Festival. I've also had contact over potential film roles. In terms of weaknesses in performing arts, I don't really have much experience dancing. I've danced a few times on stage in a few pantomimes and musicals. I haven't, however, danced straight up dance choreography or in like a serious musical. So in terms of aspirations and potential career goals, I'm thinking of perhaps going down the path of becoming an actor, perhaps even a director. I've looked into as well kind of different aesthetics of the creative process behind a project, so casting director, anything like that. Ideally, for anyone, I imagine your first goal is to just reach it professionally into a high standard, which is the kind of goal that I want to set out for myself. I think I can make it. So a biography detailing my experiences and skills in performing arts. So first of all, in January 2016, I performed in a pantomime called Babes in the Wood. This was then followed by a play called The Lady Killers with the same company, Lancing Rep. Also at this point I was studying GCSE drama. So after The Lady Killers we did Bouncers, which went on to win a few awards at the Brighton and Hove Drama Awards in 2016. In 2017, the GCSE year, I kind of stopped for 6 months and focused on GCSEs, but then performed in a play called Playhouse Creatures, which then won an award for Best Supporting Actor at the 2017 Brighton and Hove Drama Awards. This was then followed by in 2018, January, performed in Frankenstein, the pantomime, and with the same company. As well as that, kind of done little short films. I did a little short film in GCSE drama for somebody. Have been offered film roles from filmmakers working in Sussex and one filmmaker working abroad quite a lot. So in terms of acting, that's that. I've done quite a lot of singing, have sung in both of those pantomimes, have danced in both those pantomimes, but the dancing, particularly the dancing, wasn't to like a specific style, be it jazz, contemporary. So timescales and strategies for making progress in these goals. Ideally, I'd probably like to go to drama school when I'm 18, so that's in a year and a half. Ideally, that would be the option, go to a prestigious drama school like Drama Centre London or LAMDA or RADA or somewhere like that. Also, I've got a keen eye on direction and writing as well, so that's looking at both theatre work and film work in that context. I've got offers on the table at the moment that could lead to kind of more work later on in my career, should I go along with these works as well, which they're cool projects. So strategies would definitely be going to drama school if need be, and when I'm in drama school, going to a good one that would then hopefully teach me a lot about drama, so through experience and through having practitioners there and theorists there who well known and have such interesting theories that they've developed. That would be the ideal route. Other routes could include for directing, looking at the National Theatres course for apprentice directors, and I could look into writing workshops, or for casting directing I could look into apprenticeships. So I'm going to tell you about two roles that I researched in the performing arts industry. One of them was the idea of becoming a theatre director. Now, routes in which you may look into becoming a theatre director are, there's apprenticeship schemes that you can focus on for the National Theatre run. There are also different courses at college. For example, there are courses in college like A-level drama, which would kind of be ideal for any aspiring theatre director. Ideally, you probably want to start getting a repertoire of work, so you probably want to start looking into repertory theatre to start kind of building your own idea and getting experience yourself, so you can then go and do other projects, or maybe realise that maybe directing isn't for you, but assistant directing is, or stage managing is, something in that whole kind of creative production business along those lines. If you get to a good level of theatre making and theatre directing, eventually you should be getting funding from different sources. You have different producers who might be interested in working with you. You'll pick up on new writers. So ideally, probably a good director will be looking at about, I suppose it could be anything from about 25 grand to anything plus that really. A year you could get 500 grand depending on the project that you're making. The other role in the performing arts industry that I'm going to talk about is casting direction. Now, a casting director works closely on a project with the director and closely with actors' agents. So if you have a project that you're working on as a casting director, you will discuss the project with the director. They'll tell you who they want, or they'll go to the producer. But the casting director is kind of like the main consultant and the main brains behind the operation underneath the director. So casting director has opportunities. They should be in contact with various agents, completely knowing the business inside out, working out how the best way to approach someone is, how to talk to them, negotiate with them. Ways of becoming a casting director are probably through contacts. So you might want to consider looking into acting first, or directing, or something like that, to then, and then that would be a casting direction, would then be a path off that you could then follow. But other ways, there are apprenticeships that focus on casting directing, and it's kind of like a ladder thing, like an agency, that you kind of go in at the bottom, you kind of do the filing, and then eventually you work your way up, and so you'll be hopefully casting for whatever purpose you're fit for casting for. So that's casting direction and directing in terms of roles in performing arts. A casting director would usually earn around, it can be anything, like a low grade casting director would probably earn about 12k a year, maybe even less, maybe 7,500, between that and 12k. If you're looking at top Broadway productions and London West End productions and even film productions, you're probably looking at values of around, I don't know, anything onwards of about 50 grand really. So